Cool. Okay. So I'm going to actually kick us off and just say that Georgie and I have some kind of fun things planned for tonight because we both kind of feel like everybody is in need of just a little like positivity and kind of like maybe just take a breath and talk about personal development and talk about the importance of taking care of ourselves in the midst of all this craziness. And so it's going to be kind of we're hoping kind of a calming sort of team meeting. Um, but before we do that, we have a couple of kind of housekeeping things. And the first thing is that if there's anything you want to shout out in the chat, whether you want to shout yourself out for something or you want to shout somebody else out for something, you can put that in the chat.
Yeah, thanks. And I'm excited for tonight's call. I need tonight's call so badly. Before we get into it, I wanted to just recap for you guys a couple things from the Diamond Mastermind, and then also a little bit about the National Wake Up Call. So with the Diamond Call, we did have one. There was really not that many people on, and I think that's another indicator of why Allie and I chose to do what we are doing tonight. Honestly, we're doing what we're doing tonight selfishly because we need it. We need I think everybody right now is just struggling, just in general. I just feel like society is just struggling. And anyway, my point is they were like literally, I think me, Mo, and I think there was somebody else, but they wound up leaving on the Diamond Mastermind. That was it. There was like Lori and Courtney were obviously on, and then like two or three other coaches, and like that. There's never like two scripts, but I was just like, wow, like everybody is just so. I feel like the stress level everywhere is just through the roof. So anyway, but the Diamond Mastermind. A couple of little things that I took notes on was we were just talking about, I guess that everybody's just so stressed right now, and I think we're just noticing it company wide, team wide, countrywide, like just everywhere. And I think that the idea was like we have to constantly simplify. We're going to talk about that tonight too, like just simplify, getting back to basics, taking care of ourselves, like getting back to the basics, and there's going to be something coming up, on in my lineage above Shrine Sisterhood, we have Team Crush. I don't know if Flawless is going to talk about it, but I know in Team Crush, they talked about it, that we're going to be, you guys may have seen Flawless Empire. They're closing down the Flawless Empire page and they're going to be opening up a new page, and that's going to be October 1st. So make sure that you're going to get into that page. Additionally, and this goes back to this idea of simplifying everything and kind of going backwards in order to go forwards. Flawless Empire, along with Team Crush and other smaller teams that are part of Flawless Empire, are going to be doing a bod group together because everybody's noticing the struggle with bod groups. Nobody really likes bod groups. And Lori, Carrie, who's my coach, and other coaches from Flawless Empire. I don't know, Allie, if like Jenny's team or like your team, if you guys know about that. I don't know if Jenny might know about it because she's in Lori's personally sponsored page. Like that's the situation with me with Carrie. Like you guys are more than welcome. Like we're going to be on a call at 7 a.m. Saturday morning. I know it's so early. I don't know why they're doing it. I think because of like kids stuff going on, they had to do it so early. So it's 7 a.m. Saturday morning. I don't know if you guys heard about it, but there's going to be a call where Lori is going to be on it with Team Crush and other Flawless Empire coaches, anybody who's possibly interested in doing this bod group together. And I think it's just a way to kind of like everybody to get back on whatever program they're doing, whether workout, nutrition, whatever, and like being excited about it and being part of a community and being excited about it in a community. I think just so anyway, putting it out there. I will be sharing the link in Shrine Sisterhood. Allie, you're more than welcome to grab it and share it over in your team page. And then that way everybody on this call will have it. So that's kind of what they talked about on Diamond Mastermind. It's something that oh, then they were talking a little bit about the niche and knowing your niche, but that didn't really go anywhere. So that's pretty much all about that. Okay, so the National Wake Up Call. It was really good. I know I say that every week, but it was really good. I didn't take notes, but I will tell you that what Allie and I have decided to do tonight is kind of like a direct correlation, I feel like, to the National Wake Up Call. So whether you listen to it or not, hopefully you're going to get stuff out of the call tonight that goes with it. But definitely, please listen to it. It was Callie Calabrese, who is Autumn Calabrese's sister. She was on it, and it was such a cool story because she really talked about how she's been a coach for a really long time, but I forget how many years she said, like 8 years, 6 years, a long time. But she's actually only been coaching for like, I think it was like 2 or 4 years. Definitely not as long as she's been a coach. And she said she was in this really vicious cycle where she was like what you would call like a launch coach, meaning anytime there was a new program that would come out, usually it was her sister's program, right? Her sister's program would come out and she'd get really excited about it and really want to do it. And then she would jump on it and say, oh, I have this new program. We're going to do this new program. And oh, everybody's so excited. And then she would poop out, and then she wouldn't follow through. She wasn't like totally committed. And she would go through that cycle, and then launch would come out. Okay, I'm excited. And then she would fall off. And she said what was really bad about that is like she was bringing people in, but what was she bringing them into? Because like, you know, if she's going to fall off, they're going to fall off. You know what I mean? So like, it wasn't helping with any of the momentum. It wasn't helping to build the momentum. So she did like, oh, it's so cute. She did like, so she decided it was 80-Day Obsession was the program that was the one she was, if you guys have done it, she's in the cast of it. And she says that was the program where she stuck with it. And she said every day, this is what I loved, and this is what why I wanted to do what we're going to do tonight. She says every day she committed to the journey. She just committed to that program, that 80 days. She committed to that journey. She committed to sharing it like in your challenge group, sharing the experience. How is the journey going? And she said bod group, but whatever, whatever group you are, Facebook, whatever. Sharing with her team or whatever. Sharing on social media and just sharing the journey every day. She would share every day. And she's like, I wasn't like a, superstar diamond coach in like that 80 days, but that was the start of when the momentum started. And she just did that over and over and over again. And she did get to the results that she was looking for in the business. So it was that consistency with being on the journey. And we hear this stuff all the time, right? But it was the sharing of it too, but committing to her own journey and really plugging in. So I think I'm going to leave it with that because I think it's a really good segue for what we wanted to do tonight. And I think I'm handing it over to you, Allie, right? With that.
Yeah, just for a
Okay.
few minutes, I think. So Georgie and I were kind of talking about, the business activity tracker. And so often it's like these actions, and we're doing this action hour. And obviously part of the actions that are on that tracker, we don't necessarily do during an action hour, but they're still really the most important behaviors. And so one is be a product of the product. And we sometimes just like I don't know, not simplify it, but we kind of think to ourselves like, right, right, right. I'm working out, I'm eating healthy, I'm drinking my shake. But it's really about, not just your physical health, but also your emotional and just like psychological health. And then that really pairs with the behavior of personal development. And so, um, you know, kind of, piggybacking on what Georgie was saying and with the National Wake Up Call is just that whenever I have a coach who's kind of struggling and doesn't really know how to share or what to, how to be a coach, I always say, just go back to your own journey. Just always first take care of yourself. If if you're struggling physically or emotionally or mentally, you really need to take care of yourself first, and just worry about your own journey, and the rest will kind of come as you continue to be more comfortable sharing about it. And Georgie gave me this quote that, like, as we were just kind of preparing for the call, and I loved it. And it was, we can't give away what we don't have. So we can't, offer something to somebody that we're not also experiencing and feeling. And so, we want to kind of spend tonight doing a little bit of like a gut check of like, how are we doing? Do we have a program, workout wise? Do we have a program that we're doing and staying with consistently? And same thing with nutrition. Are we kind of falling off? Are we, sticking to something? And then we're going to also talk a little bit about, meditation and personal development tonight, and just different ways that you can kind of sneak personal development in throughout your day. It doesn't have to be necessarily that, you're sitting and reading, 10 pages every day, but we can also make some recommendations. And we're going to ask you guys for some help with that too. So, no pressure, but if you feel like, as you're thinking about some books that you may have read, or that you've heard of, or podcasts that you love, we'll ask you guys in a minute, if you have recommendations for that. Um, and we kind of also felt like, the thing that always gets in the way with us, and everybody's so busy right now, like the beginning of the school year. And I don't know what it is about September, but everybody, like, I'm always in August, like, yeah, September, I'm going to be so good about this, this, and this. And then September hits, and I get home from work, and I'm like, I need to go to sleep now. It's 6:30 p.m., but I'm going to bed. And so it's like time, like having the time to do that. As we said, well, let's actually use this time to do some of those things that we maybe don't get in a day. Can't do that, every single day and meet with you guys and do this, but why don't we give ourselves the time to do that? So, um, Georgie is going to actually give us a chance to plug into our wellness together and do like a really quick meditation. And so she's going to share, and I think, are you able to share it with audio? Oh, you're muted.
Okay, I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I'm not positive. We're looking to find out now. I think I'm just going to keep my microphone off and see if that works. Does that make sense? I mean, my microphone on, and that way stay unmuted.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, try that. I know when I used to do this with my students, I would share it and mute myself, but you would click share with audio when you shared your screen.
Oh, I
Did
didn't
you have
see
that
that.
option?
Oh, let me see.
You
How do
stop
I?
sharing, then go back. It took me so long to figure out how to do that, which is the only reason I know. Is that I'd be like, I
Oh,
don't
that's
know, guys, I don't understand why you can't hear it. And they're like, click.
share sound.
So if
Uh-oh.
you
Hold on. So I'm sharing my sound now, apparently. I don't know. We will see. Okay.
okay.
I'm going to go to, oh, so if you guys don't already know, right in Bar Blend, they have the workouts and they also have meditations. And what are really nice about these meditations is they're really, really short. So that's why I'm choosing one of these tonight, because, we don't have time for a 10-minute meditation, but I just thought I need this. And I thought maybe you guys need this too, to plug back into meditation, and just know that these exist. And this is in your back pocket for yourself, for your coaches, for your challengers, whenever they need it. So I just don't know which one to do, because there's so many. Each of the cards goes with it. So I'm going to put, anybody see any that like jump out at them, like that they want to do?
Let's do committed.
All right. I did like the way that one looked. Let's do that. Okay.
You guys can turn your video cameras off if you're more comfortable.
Why is it doing that?
You're not signed in.
Oh, shoot. I thought I was. All right, hold on. I'm so sorry. I thought I was signed in. I wonder if it changed when I. Okay. Sorry. I hope it goes right back to that screen. Okay, what did we say? I am
Committed.
committed. I like that. where I missed it. Oh, geez. There it is. Okay. And you guys can either take your screen off, if you are. I already feel better.
Find a nice, tall, comfortable, cross-legged seat, and perhaps begin by bringing one hand to your powerful heart and one hand to your core. As you close your eyes, begin a strong inhale, connecting to these beautiful energy centers in your body. When you reach the top of the inhale, filling the lungs and opening the heart, can you begin the exhale by drawing your navel in toward your spine and connecting to your center? So that as you breathe in, you are breathing into your heart and your faith and your purpose. And as you exhale, you are connecting more powerfully to your core. Continue to breathe in this manner as we focus our attention on today's affirmation. I am committed. When we move into commitment, we are naturally honoring our own self-worth. When we commit to ourselves, we rise into an absolute desire to feel our best and to do our best. Can you begin to exhale any cluttered thoughts that may occupy your mind, preventing you from connecting to your personal commitment? And then on your next inhale, breathe in a nice deep inhale and ask yourself an important question. What am I committing to today? Exhale and continue this breath cycle. When we become aware of what our commitments are, we can fine-tune them to serve us on a deeper level. What we commit to is defined by our daily habits. So can we ask ourselves, am I committing to activities and people of value? Am I committing to daily habits and daily mindsets that elevate me? If the answer is yes, keep breathing and keep acting in flow. If perhaps you notice in this meditation that you often commit your energy, your time, and your attention to situations, activities, or people that weigh you down, can you inhale a commitment to up-level that choice? And then exhale out any attention that you're giving away that would be better spent in a deeper devotion to self-care. Continue to breathe. You deserve your own attention and you require your own commitment. So as you continue to move through your day, remind yourself to commit, most importantly, to your own well-being and the activities that support it.
That was nice. She talks a lot, but it was nice. I kind of would have rather had more breathing, but it was still nice. She had a nice calming voice. It definitely like let me take a deep breath. I hope it helped you guys. The other thing that we wanted to talk to you guys about, as part of this, you know, our wellness journey and being on it, the idea of gratitude, and I know we talk about that a lot. Um, and I feel like I've been getting out of the practice of it, and I need it, and I think we all do. I mean, to focus on the good things that are happening in our lives. It helps us. There's a great quote. What we focus on, we see more of, right? So when we start our days with gratitude and we think about the good things in our lives, we notice more of those things throughout the day. We see more of it. So Allie and I wanted you guys to just take like 2 or 3 minutes. I'll set the timer. And maybe you have a gratitude journal already that's handy, or just a piece of paper, or maybe even just in the notes of your phone if you don't have paper and pen handy right now. Just to write down at least 3 things, if you can think of more than three things that you're grateful for, but something from the last 24 hours. So something that was said or anything within the last, a person in your life, a situation, anything, a food you ate, anything. And then if you feel comfortable, we wanted to see if any of you would like to share some of those things so that we can start to think about all the things we can be grateful for. So I'll set my timer now. I'll be right back. I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. Oh my God. Okay. Nora started drama. She's going to be in Cinderella. This is very exciting. Um, I love gratitude, and I don't know why I've been getting out of the practice, but I needed to do this today. So if you guys want, does anybody want to be brave? I would love to share my first one. It's very corny, but it's true. So it's thank you for this call right now. I am so grateful to have these beautiful, strong women in my life that I know I can lean on when I need to borrow their strength. So that's definitely numero uno. And then I had other ones, like I got to hug my cousin Chrissy, and today she lives in Florida and she was visiting. She stayed with us. She was in this room, which is why the room is clean, because she was in here. So, but I would love to hear from you guys. Does anybody want to share their gratitude?
I'll share. I have a lot, but I'll just keep it to three. I am forever grateful for our nanny, who just literally helps us do it all. She's amazing with the kids. They love her. We all love her. I'm grateful that my dog has recovered from surgery and I have my walking partner back. And I'm grateful that Ryder, who you saw on screen, washed his hands after dinner without being asked. That's a huge milestone for us.
I'll share some. I literally wrote like, oh, I just kept writing. But I am really thankful for some really nice students so far and a really great start to the school year. I am really thankful for my oldest son starting guitar lessons in the last couple of weeks and kind of sparking a new interest for him. Thankful for my daughter saying she wants to join student council because it's kind of fun to see her want to be a joiner. And then my younger son asking me to get up early this weekend and go birding with him. And it's really easy to kind of go, oh, okay, sure, I'll wake up on Saturday morning. And I'm like, this is good. I need to be thankful for this. This is a good thing that he wants to do this with me. So I had to write it down for that reminder that this was a good thing.
I'll share mine. Can you guys hear me? Okay, because I have headphones in, so I never know. I'm like, okay, so I guess my first one, I haven't written gratitude, I'm going to be honest, probably in 3 months. It's been a while because I've been working 15-hour days. Like, it's insane. So I haven't been getting up early due to my shit. So, first would be my pool. That's my newest thing. I got it installed a couple weeks ago, and it's a goal that I was working towards, even like with Beachbody business, for the past 2 years, and I finally have my pool. So that's definitely a huge one. Number two, I know this sounds like maybe bad, but I am grateful that my son is older and I don't have to get him ready for school in the morning, because that was a nightmare for 10 years of my life, like crying every day, nightmare. And I'm glad he's kind of like independent, and I'm extremely grateful for that's over. I am grateful. I'm going to be starting a new podcast with my husband. We were going to marriage counseling for a little while, and we realized that our therapist was not covered. So we had to change therapists, but in the meantime, we're waiting. So it was out of like pocket, like we were paying, so we couldn't afford it. It was like $2,000 for like, it was crazy. So we just decided, while we're waiting for a new therapist to contact us, to just do our marital podcast, like out, like, let's just start a podcast on like life and like, so we were doing it Wednesday nights with a therapist. So we're just going to do a podcast like on Wednesday and record it and see what happens. So I'm extremely excited for that. And just like the beautiful days that we've been having, blue skies, the sun, it's still 80 degrees every day, which I love. So that's it.
Anybody else?
I'll share.
Yay.
Mine, mine are kind of simple. I'm grateful. I just found out yesterday I'm all cleared for a condo that I'm buying. So now closing date is on the 24th. So ready to go on that. I am grateful that I tested negative for COVID, which is I've been sick for a couple of days, not COVID. Whoop whoop. And I'm also glad I finally got my nutrition back on track. I've been a bit off. I had gained like close to 10 pounds and I got it all off as of this morning. So whoop whoop. So those are mine.
That's awesome. I love it. Well, we have a few minutes left. I don't know if anybody else wants to share. Um, if they don't, we did want to talk about one more thing tonight, which is another piece of this, like, 'cause the workouts we know how to do, and they're going to be talking about that a little bit, I think, tonight on the call too. I think the FE call is going to be really good. It's going to be almost like another segue from this part of what we're talking about to the next piece, which is your program, right? Like your nutrition, your workouts, and that kind of thing. But we wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about PD. So I know that I started reading the book that Allie recommended last, right? Which was Everything is Figure Outable. But I've been slacking on the books. But does anybody have any recommendation for a book? I also started Untamed on Audible, which is really
I
good.
have a recommendation, not for a book, but for a podcast. And can I say it? Is that okay? It's kind of for the business. And I think I posted it it's for the business, but it's just like everything. I think I posted in the push group for the Flawless Empire push group, like the little pods that we're in. It's just the Ashley Hahn Show. I don't know if you guys have heard of her. It's Ashley, and the last name is Hann. And she has like a guest speaker every week. That's just amazing. And I think I like that about that podcast, because it's not just her talking. It's like her talking with somebody, question and answer type of thing. And they're all really good, like whether they're motivational speakers, salespeople, like whatever it is, like it's a different topic every week. So I have found I get very sick of podcasts very easily. And I have found that I can listen to this one often. Like I can listen to it for a long amount of time. So
That's awesome. I also meant to say this too, about the, I lost it. Allie, I lost it. Something about PD. Oh, if you want in the chat, you could just put whatever you are reading or listening to. I see some of you guys are already doing it, which is awesome. If you want to just put, what you're reading or listening to. You can do hard things. That's awesome. There's so many great things. You know what I mean? Is anybody struggling right now with, like, maybe they're not doing personal development and they don't know what to do? I know we only have 2 minutes left, but if anybody is struggling right now with not knowing, we would love to help you if we can help you.
I was struggling for a while with personal development, and I finally said, this is enough. And I ordered 3 books just at once and said, like, now I'm good for personal development for a while. So I just finished Everything is Figure Outable, which was really good. And tomorrow, and I think I showed you guys this a couple weeks ago, I'm going to start this, which is called Burnout: The Secret to Unlocking the Stress Cycle. So I'll write that in the chat. But it came recommended from one of the coaches in one of our message threads, but it sounded like something I needed.
Yeah, for sure. I need that too. Burnout. Oh my goodness. I needed this, guys, so badly. I can't thank you guys enough
Josh,
for coming tonight.
Josh Coates is coming out with a new book called Hustle, Heart, Harmony. So it's like Heart, Hustle, Harmony. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. I love him, so I always talk about him. I'm not like, but it talks about starting like your business, like the heart of your business, the hustle part, and then the harmony, which is balancing it. And so I think that that's going to be a really, really good book because it's really what I think most people struggle with when they're really in this business, like full-fledged in this business. It's not easy to like balance everything and then to remember your why and then to remember the hustle part and then to remember the harm, so I think it's a really good, the first 3 chapters I think he wrote, and you can get them for free, I think, if you subscribe, whatever it is. But I'm excited for that book to come out.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for coming on. We hope this was helpful. We love seeing you each week. Don't forget to go on the FE call. It's going to be great. And we'll see you next week.
Good week, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.